Good morning, everybody. Ali Mehdaoui here on a Saturday edition of the ME Show. I know it's Saturday, but I had just an amazing week and a 5-day challenge that I got to share with some incredible, amazing entrepreneurs. In just about 3 weeks, we've developed a community going to close to 1,000 individuals that have been impacted. And the good thing is they got complimentary access, and now we're collaborating, we're working together, we're coaching them, we're helping them towards their success. And I pray that you get to take advantage of the next one. So this is why I wanted to do this, because I wanted to give you a few of my takeaways from this whole week that we just had, some of the things that I learned from some incredible trainers and coaches. Number 5 Pinterest trainer in the world, one of the best business motivators and speakers, some of the best business operators, LinkedIn experts, efficiency experts. I can go on and on and on. It was just an impeccable week, and I wanted to give you my takeaways. Is that okay if I give you my cheat sheets so you too can create the success that you desire and deserve? So if you're watching live, let me know. If you're watching it recorded, let me know as well, and definitely let me know where you're chiming in from. And the reason I ask you to do that is I personally make sure that anyone that engages, I hook them up either with complimentary coaching sessions or one of the gifts that we give away all the time. And I definitely want to make sure that I take care of you as much as I take care of everybody else. So let me just put this on do not disturb. So here's the thing. Today we're going to talk about the 7 steps of becoming successful. I've been very, very blessed that my wife and I have developed businesses, companies, brands in the last 13 years, and we've developed them in 6 continents and 21 countries. And we've done it 100% on social media. But regardless to the strategy or the technique, it was a specific mindset that we needed to have in order to make that a reality. So I'm going to share with you 7 of what I believe the main things that not only I've learned over the years, but were validated this week that we just went through. And I hope that you apply them and they help you out a little bit to make sure that you are not positioning yourself in any situation where you feel like you're stuck. So if it's okay, here we go. Number 1 that is extremely, extremely important is do not panic. Do not panic. Now, I get it. We all want to be successful yesterday. We want to have all the excitement, all the happiness. We want to have the great things. And one thing that lead us to panic is we start seeing other people becoming successful or bypassing us. Some people who just came in 3 months later than us in the game, and all of a sudden they're more successful than us. And here's the thing. Your time is going to come when your time is going to come. And the reason I say that, there are different variables that create the success that every single individual is going to have. Plus, the core values that you live by, the standards that you allow into your life are going to define your success. Now, one thing that I have learned is emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence that you are 100% in full control. You don't let anything get you extremely hyped or anything get you extremely down. So don't panic. Your success is guaranteed. You just have to work hard for it and kind of go through the checklist. One thing that I would highly, highly recommend that you do is work on your personal development. Develop a habit. One thing that we call that I taught this week is for the first 30 minutes to an hour of your day, don't jump on your social media, because that's when right away, without warming up the engine, you're already looking at what everybody else is doing and how happy everybody else is, and your subconscious mind is saying you're not good enough. Look at how everybody's doing good. Look at all these people who are doing sponsor ads. Look at all these amazing pictures and these amazing content creators, and you're not doing any of it, and you're destroying your own mindset. And therefore, when your back is against the wall, you start panicking. I'm not good enough. I don't have what it takes. So stop that right now. Start your day the right way. 30 minutes. Do not touch the phone, especially when it comes to social media. Number 2 is figure it out. Here's the thing. No one, not even in a job, and this was the biggest revelation that I had, not even in a job, you're not entitled to a salary. One of my mentors that I've heard from this week, he said, I'm not entitled. I don't have the right to have my wife next to me. I have to earn that. Because when you feel entitled, when you feel like you have the right to have something, you're entitled to it, by default, what ends up happening, you kind of relax. You don't put any effort towards it. You don't try hard in order for you to earn it. So you need to figure out what is it that you're doing and how you're going to earn it. You got to understand, yeah, you may be making a 6-figure right now, but you could be making 7 figures. And you got to understand, you might not be making a dime, but here's the thing. Your path is different than everybody else's. You can literally make make a killing driving Uber. You can make a killing selling stuff on Amazon. You can make a killing selling your stuff that's in the attic or in the garage in Facebook markets. But you got to figure out your own path. And that's where business development, personal development, mentorship, coaching, and continuous education every single day. That's the only way that you're going to be able to figure it out. Otherwise, you're going to find yourself in a situation where you're just kind of living the wing it kind of style in the business community, and that never works. Number 3 is make observations. Entrepreneurs, let me rephrase that. Successful entrepreneurs, they observe, they watch. They use that order of 2 ears and 1 mouth, 2 eyes. So they take notes all the time. See, I personally watch people, and I love to watch people's behavior. I watch a successful entrepreneur, their posture, their attitude, their tonality, their core values, how they prepare, how they set up their meetings, how they actually carry on a meeting. I love to watch Grant Cardone, Gary Vee. I love to watch Elon Musk, as controversial as he may be sometimes. I love to watch, those individuals that are making things happen. I love to watch Tony Robbins, like visually see their body language, their activity. I love to watch my, direct mentors, Jimmy Ezel, Bob Heilig, Nadia and John Melton, and see how they carry themselves, how they give themselves ready. I stay in their stories because I get an idea of how they prepare to have a successful life, not a successful business, a successful life. And I say, that is within my core values. That is within what I can implement. That is not. And I take whatever I think is applicable to my lifestyle, to my business, to my core values. And I don't obviously take whatever does not apply. So make observations, take notes, study individuals. Successful people study their mentors. They literally study them. They don't just learn from them. They study them. So make sure you make observations. Number 4 is create a plan. So, a dream or a goal without a plan is nothing but an empty wish. So what I would recommend to you is take the time and create a weekly, monthly, quarterly, annually game plan. That's great. But one thing that I learned and I emphasize, and we've been learning for the last 3 weeks, is a power list. This is the daily list of the top 5 things that need to get done for that day and that day only, because you're trying to, make $1 million, but you've never made $100 a day in an online business. So you gotta figure out the small stuff first, and that small stuff starts to grow to the big stuff. So you need to create a plan. How many of you actually create a daily plan, create your power list? And that power list, from what I've learned, should have 4 business goals and 1 personal. 4 business goals and 1 personal. Some people don't even bother and put in an annual, quarterly goal at all. Some people I'm just going to go and make phone calls and make messages and talk to people, and who cares if it works and who doesn't. You're going to tell me, no, I do care. But if you don't have a daily power list, you don't care. You're an accidental entrepreneur. You're not grown just yet in business in order for you to have the success that you desire in business. Number 5 is resolve to make changes. Resolve to make changes. So what that means is you have to create solutions that are going to drive the real changes that you need in your life. For example, I used to, with my family, we owned 7 traditional businesses back in about a decade ago. Taxi business, deli, a few other things that we had going on, judgment enforcements. And as much as I thought, wow, look at me, I have 7 traditional businesses. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a multiple stream of income business owner. I have all these brick and mortar businesses. But in reality, I was working 90 hours a week. Sometimes I would come home at 5 o'clock, shower, I'll sleep for maybe like 2 hours, get up and get right back at it again. That wasn't the life that I wanted to have. And people, including my wife and my family, would ask, like, what are you doing all this stuff for? And I would make up, like my own version of, well, I'm doing this because I'm trying to create success, generational wealth. They're like, yeah, but we also would like to have you live with us for a while. Like we would like for you to be alive and enjoying these things that you're talking to us about. So what ended up happening, I needed to make some real changes. So I did an inventory, and by the grace of God, the craziest thing happened. Hurricane Sandy happened. A lot of things went underwater, literally. And here's the thing. that experience forced me to say, I need to make some changes in my life. And God has given me the opportunity to do so right now. Some of us say, God, why do you hate me? Why did you make this? And, I asked for a change. I prayed for a change. And in the most radical way possible, I got out of traditional business and just stayed with online businesses. And now I sleep 8 hours a day. So you need to resolve and create solutions that lead to real changes, whether it's about your health, whether it's about your business, whether it's about anything in your life. Resolve for changes. Do not just say, okay, we need to talk to 5 people today. No, that's great. That's an activity, but that's not a solution for real change. What is the solution that is going to drive real change? Number 6 is be patient. I can't stress this enough. I have, through our clientele and our coaching businesses that we've had over the years, we've had a little over 40,000 people that actually went through our programs, that signed up or paid for our programs. We had 40,000 inquiries. And here's the thing, as great as that was, one thing that I learned, and the common denominator that was for those who quit or those who don't create their version of their success, is they're not patient. They're just not. You give a traditional job 10, 20, 30 years. You give your traditional business 2 to 5 years before you turn a profit. But when it comes to your online business, when it comes to your passionate business, when it comes to you being a trainer, a coach, a mentor, creating a podcast, whatever it is that you're passionate about, you give it 30 to 60 days. I mean, come on. Like in any book, that's nowhere enough time to create real success. I mean, even in working out, could you imagine you work out for 30 days and say, I'm not losing the weight. This thing doesn't really work. It doesn't work out that way. You need to be patient. And what's going to make you patient is your core values and your reason why, as they talk about all the time. Like, how powerful is that reason why? How powerful is that driving force? For me, is my kid. And I have to be patient, because what am I going to do? Look at him in the eye and say, Sebastian, daddy quit because I'm not patient enough? I'm not patient because, I didn't buy the jet that I want just yet. Sorry, I'm not, it's not going to happen. Like, I know we all wanted yesterday, and that's a good thing. That's the entrepreneur, the ambitious entrepreneur within you. But you also have to be patient, because the bigger the ambition, you have to match it with work ethic. You have to match it with adversity. You have to match it with overcoming. You have to match it with all the crazy BS that you don't want to go over. And only until you go through every checklist of the garbage, the crap, the adversity, the no's, the haters that you don't want to deal with, that's when you become successful. Ask any successful entrepreneur. There is a list of challenges that is just, unfortunately, the way it is. Either you are an entrepreneur or you're not. There is no in between. So if you're not patient enough to overcome, to learn, to grow, to become a better operator, you're going to struggle a little bit. How patient are you? Is that something that you struggle with? I'm curious. Do you struggle with being a patient entrepreneur? Do you find yourself sometimes fighting yourself? Because, listen, it happens to all of us, but personal growth will get you right back in line. Number 7 is make sure you live your dreams. And here's what this means. Unfortunately, many individuals, and I'll give you an example. I've had a potential client. This is like almost a year ago. Calling me, and they were like, listen, we have a platform and we're going to do so great with it, and signed a non-disclosure agreement. And they showed me the potential of the platform. And I was like, this actually looks really, really good. What's going to happen? What are you going to do in order to make it come to life? And the answer was, well, here's the thing. We need to raise between $500,000 to $1 million. And I said, whoa, that's a lot of money. You're not even in business yet, right? No, they're not. I was like, well, why are you trying to raise that much money? Because that's what it's going to take. And I said, well, why don't you just raise $5,000 to $10,000 just to get the initial things, and then another $5,000 to $10,000 once you hit that next milestone, and so on and so forth. That sounds a little bit easier than going all the way to $1 million. And here's the thing, they didn't listen, and they never launched the company till this day. Still till this day, that company never launched, and those dreams are still there. So sometimes you have to break down those ambitious goals and live them out in different levels. See, I love having my personal time with my wife and my son and our son and soon to be daughter in about 2 months. And we love to travel the world, right? But here's the thing: we may travel twice a year if we cannot have the private jet and travel every single month. See, I'm living my life in my own terms, but I'm still living my dreams. See, you say I want to help kids and I want to, do missions all around the world. Start in your local community. You say I want to empower and teach and train and speak all around the world. Start in your local church, in your local schools, in your local, meetup communities. Start living your dreams right now. And what you're going to find is that dream that you're living, the community starts to grow with you and around you. I didn't become a speaker because I had a big audience. I created a big audience because I became a speaker. I didn't have 40,000 people go through my training and my coaching programs because I, had it all figured out, and I had all a corporate team around me, and I had, the virtual assistants and the funnels and the websites. No, the virtual assistants and the websites and 40,000 people showed up because I started teaching. So live your dreams right now. Just do it. And little by little, you're going to identify that you're creating that growth that you want to experience. You're going to realize that your dream is growing with you instead of you chasing it. Stop chasing your dreams. Live them now at a smaller level. And little by little, you're going to realize bigger, better opportunities are going to open for you. Bigger and better opportunities are going to grow for you. Check it out. Just a quick plug, and then we're coming back to one more piece for you. Drop in the comment, I am an entrepreneur, if you genuinely are an entrepreneur. And what that actually means is that you either want to start a business, you either have a business that you want to share with me, you want me to take a look at it, or you have a mature business that you really want to scale it up to the next level. And I want to have a one-on-one conversation with you to evaluate how I can be part of your journey and how you can be part of ours. We have a 5-day coaching freedom challenge that we've done. I just talked to you about it. Hundreds of people were in it this week and the last week prior to that. We're changing people's lives, and I want you to be part of that journey. It is complimentary, meaning you don't have to pay for it. There is obviously VIP offers and things of that nature, but it's 5 days with our best colleagues, our best trainers, including myself, and I want you to be part of that. It starts on August 10th. However, we have to have a conversation because everybody claims to be an entrepreneur until entrepreneurial stuff needs to be done. So I want to make sure that our core values are aligned, that you genuinely have what it takes, and then I'll give you access. It's $30,000 worth of value, and I'll give you access to it. But you got to drop I am an entrepreneur in the comment itself. And starting Monday, so the last 2 weeks, every live that we've done was focused on sales. Starting Monday, I hope you're ready for this. We're going to focus on social media and attraction marketing. Social media and attraction marketing is a piece that a lot of people want to take advantage of because we live in a social media age, because we are cultivating business. And I'm going to start with Monday. I'm going to break down the myth versus the reality of social media, the hoax versus the facts, I know about the algorithms versus what actually really happens. Where is business built, in the news feed or in groups? How do you have a successful Facebook Live? What is the appropriate time? When is the amount of live viewers that I should aim for? How do I generate engagement? Do I share it right away? Do I do a watch party? All those answers, plus Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok. We'll talk about it all for the next 2 weeks starting Monday. So you have to drop that I am an entrepreneur, and you get a complimentary coaching session with yours truly, plus a whole lot of freebies that I'll give you after we chat. And then the ability possibly for you to have access to our 5-day to freedom challenge. And last but not least, Monday, we're starting social media. So if you are excited and you cannot hide it, smash that love button. Let me know that you are an entrepreneur, and feel free to share this with your community. And I cannot wait until we come back Monday. Just remember, we do this in French, we do these in Spanish, and obviously in English throughout the whole day. So if you do speak any other languages, drop them in the comment, and then I got your back. I'll make the same content for you in your own language. So I appreciate you. I thank you for your time. Enjoy your Saturday. Excited about today. Shout out to all women entrepreneurs. We have a bonus day today with powerful women in business, and I cannot wait for you who have access to this event to check them out. Love you all, and I'll see you next time.